You're watching Fox 22, Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, we caught up with the president of the airline ATV Riders to see when the season can take off. Plus, we have a story of a young artist originally from Maine who has brought his own life experiences to center stage. And our top story, Maine State Police have recovered thousands of dollars worth of stolen property. This and more right now. Good morning and welcome into Good Morning Maine, Thursday edition that is. I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for tuning in. We have a lot of good things to look forward to this morning. Pet of the Week, and on top of it, there's a concert giveaway, ticket giveaway contest we've been running. We'll have the two winners in a little bit. But first check of our forecast with Devin Biggs is coming up right now.
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland-Thomaston Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, so we do have a little bit of issues with fog in a few areas this morning. It's very patchy in a few spots, but where it has developed, like over in Rockland, where they're down to a half mile, it's definitely getting pretty foggy there, so please be careful this morning. You may notice areas that are clear, then other areas where the visibility levels will be rather low, so please keep that in mind as you do make that morning commute. That will go away as the sun rises. But a small cloud advisory remaining in effect until 11 a.m. on Thursday, courtesy of low pressure farther down toward the south. You may notice some parts of the coast not under any alerts, though, because wave heights are starting to back off over there. But otherwise, so just watching a mixture of clouds this morning. A little bit of fog, but will remain partly cloudy throughout the day with a lot of sunshine once the fog burns away, with low pressure now tracking even farther down toward the south now. So this is where that area is currently at. So we're going to start watching for some more clouds moving in from the northwest going toward the south and east. And with that in mind, your hourly forecast for the rest of the daytime today, a mixture of clouds and sun. Temperatures getting very warm in the lower 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe?
Thanks, Devin. First up this morning, Maine State Police Troop D recovered thousands of dollars worth of stolen property. According to the state police, a trooper was called to a home on Morgan Pitch Road in Brooks for a reported burglary on May 5th. They say the complainant told them the items missing included a snowblower, a generator, other electronics, and some tools. According to police, the same person called back on May 9th to report a burglary at another property nearby, where a cook stove worth several $1,000s was stolen. During the investigation, troopers spoke with 65-year-old James Hatch of Winterport and charged him with 2 counts of burglary and 1 count of theft by unauthorized taking. Police say the property that was recovered was worth over $10,000 and the items have been returned to their rightful owners. The brother of a missing Sullivan man is in trouble with the law. Hancock County District Attorney Matthew Foster says 41-year-old Lincoln Snowdeal is being charged with theft. According to Foster, Snowdeal allegedly stole thousands of dollars of worth of tools belonging to his brother Anson Snowdeal, who you may remember has been missing since February and is wanted by police. Maine Department of Public Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss confirmed in April Anson is the subject of a criminal investigation and knew about pending charges at the time of his disappearance. Again, there is an active warrant for his arrest. The Maine Attorney General's office released the name of the juvenile who fatally shot a man in Brooks last week. The AG says 16-year-old Attilio Delgado has been charged with 1 count of intentional murder. Delgado's initial court appearance took place on Monday and was closed to the public. Police have identified the victim as the homeowner, 49-year-old James Clooney of Brooks. Clooney's body was transported to the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta. The case is still under investigation. For the past week, Senator Susan Collins has been receiving threatening messages due to her then likely vote against the Women's Health Protection Act that supports Roe v. Wade. Sierra Jordan explains.
It's been a tough couple of weeks for Senator Susan Collins. In February, the office of Susan Collins released a statement saying, in part, quote, "I support the abortion rights established by Roe v. Wade and affirmed by Planned Parenthood v. Casey," end quote. However, Senator Collins is facing significant backlash for supporting the confirmation of Supreme Court Justices Brett Kavanaugh and Neil Gorsuch in the wake of a leaked draft opinion that would overturn Roe v. Wade.
She told everybody that she felt that Roe v. Wade was settled law and that Kavanaugh would not vote against it. People were gaslit by her, and they're rightly upset.
According to Senator Collins' office, the senator periodically gets threatening letters and phone calls from pro-choice protesters. According to her office, Senator Collins has also received threatening messages related to her support of Kenaji Brown Jackson, who is the first black woman to be confirmed to the Supreme Court.
There's no way in hell I'm going to leave any information at all. Just you vote for that black, I'll kill you.
That's not all. Over the weekend, pro-abortion chalk drawings appeared on the sidewalk of Senator Collins' home in Bangor. Some of the messages include, "Blessed to be the First Amendment," "SOS Save a Susie," and many more. Bangor Police Department responded to Senator Collins' home at 9:20 p.m. Saturday following the chalk messages. According to Sergeant Wade Betters of Bangor Police, the messages were not threatening.
It didn't surprise me that somebody had done that.
The Senate is slated to vote on the Women's Health Protections Act Wednesday, which will codify Roe v. Wade.
It will become harder for people in rural parts of the country. It'll be harder for people who are lower income. It will be harder for people to have access to these procedures.
In studio, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the American Lung Association is hosting Turquoise Takeover Week to bring attention to lung cancer. We'll have more on that coming up. But first, here's a quick look at our overnight forecast. A high of 83 degrees today. It's going to be a warm Thursday here in Maine. Partially cloudy skies with a little bit of coverage of that sun. Tonight, the clouds do stick around. Temps dropping down to a low of 49. And tomorrow, the sun is back in session with a little bit of cloud coverage and a high of 78 for your Friday.
Make the call to unclog. Nichols Plumbing has been serving Bangor and beyond for over 45 years. Our community has placed their trust in us for plumbing, well and drain maintenance, camp weatherization, sewer and septic line repair and replacement, and we also offer 24/7 emergency services. Our plumbers are fully licensed and ready to solve any plumbing problem. 989-1533. Make the call to unclog.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
New season, new talent, new judges. Y'all ready? So You Think You Can Dance is back, and we're all new.
My life has not been the same since I stepped on this stage.
It was sick.
Oh my God.
So You Think You Can Dance premieres Wednesday, May 18th on Fox.
The American Lung Association is hosting Turquoise Takeover Week to bring attention to lung cancer. Lance Bushy of the American Lung Association says people are encouraged to wear turquoise. They'll be sharing messages on social media and illuminating buildings and landmarks in turquoise to help raise awareness. He says lung cancer is the leading cancer killer of men and women in the United States, and it's estimated that over 1,600 Mainers will be diagnosed this year.
Maine does have the 6th highest lung cancer incidence rate in the country. So we do know that early detection can help improve survivability rates, though. So just making people aware of lung cancer and early detection and the ability of a low-dose CT screen for those who are at high risk can improve survivability rates.
Now, anyone can get lung cancer, but smoking and radon exposure are risk factors. If you're over 50 and have a smoking history, he recommends visiting savebythescan.org to take a short survey to determine if a low-dose CT screen for lung cancer is right for you. A major announcement this morning. St. Mary's Health System in Lewiston is closing its Women's Health and Maternity Center. Brad Rogers explains what's behind the closing, why doctors say it's the right decision, and what it means for expecting mothers and staff of the Women's Center.
Corinne LaBerge recently gave birth to her second child at St. Mary's.
It was really nice. It was fairly new. The rooms were clean. All the nurses were really nice.
But doctors and administrators believe the time has come to close the hospital's maternity and women's health center.
Extremely tough decision.
St. Mary's president says for years they delivered well over 1,000 babies a year. But in the last 5 years, they've seen a steady decline with only 485 births last year.
Looking at where the birth rates are going and what the needs are in the community, we felt it would be best to close our program, work closely with Central Maine Medical Center to absorb that. But it's more than the declining birth rate.
There's a lot of high-risk pregnancy in this community.
St. Mary's now sends a number of expectant mothers to Portland for specialized care.
It's a hardship for a lot of women who have to go down to Portland to have their babies for premature birth or high-risk, pregnancies. And so our goal is really to work together to keep women here.
St. Mary's will transition patients over to Central Maine Medical Center, which has a Level 2 neonatal intensive care unit. We're told many OBGYNs, nurses, and midwives have already made the decision to go to CMMC.
We've obviously worked hard to reassure that they will all have positions either here or at Central Maine.
If it makes sense to combine them, I don't think it really makes a difference to me as long as I'm getting good care.
Even so, nurses and midwives are upset after being told today of the closing.
I had both of my babies here, and so I feel that.
The maternity ward officially closes at the end of July. Administrators here have no plans yet for the Women's Center space.
And after the break, Piscataquis County got a visit from the governor as she held an open discussion in hopes of strengthening their rural communities. Plus, just a few weeks before the one-year anniversary of the deadly Surfside condo collapse, victims and survivors reached a massive billion-dollar settlement. We'll be right back.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50.
What are you in for? Cholesterol check.
Cool. Make sure your health lives as long as you do. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Brooks Tire and Auto Repair, Route 7 in Dexter, is open for full-service auto repair. They sell tires for less, and nobody beats their prices. Brooks Tire and Auto Repair, Dexter.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1291 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Fox Tonight is all new.
Awesome!
First,
we're having a bake sale.
It's the sweetest show on TV.
Does anybody need help?
But someone's cookie is about to crumble.
It's like an insult to the word cookie.
Looks like a giant dog poop.
All new MasterChef Junior. Then it's the kind of place you don't want to pass through.
52 views and counting!
No, you'll want to hang for a whole hour.
Yes! Nailed it!
All new back-to-back episodes of Welcome to Flatch. Tonight on Fox.
Maine business owners announcing a new nonprofit project with the goal to transition every Maine business to clean energy. On the Pathway project, leaders say many small Maine businesses are interested in moving away from fossil fuels, but many don't know where to start. Its goal is to create a carbon-neutral economy in Maine by 2045. By joining the nonprofit, leaders say they will provide an easy and approachable way for owners to get started. Chris Stanley, president of Lamy and Wellahan Shoes, spoke about his experience moving his business towards clean energy. He says it started with the simple step of reducing trash, then recycling, snowballing into sustainability, and evaluating energy usage.
We made only small steps during the journey. Over the years, and it's really been decades, we haven't done anything major. We've done incremental steps. And collectively, if more businesses, if not all businesses, were to make small steps, we as an entity will make huge strides.
20 companies across Maine have already pledged to stop burning fossil fuel. On Wednesday, Governor Mills traveled to Piscataquis County to have an open discussion with members of Maine Highlands as they expressed their hopes to strengthen their rural communities. A.J. Douglas was there and has the details.
The lack of state services within Piscataquis County is one of the topics that kept popping up during our discussions.
Groups like Maine Highlands Working Communities have been pushing to bring back state services since the initial removal in 2007. Thursday, the governor sat down with local leaders throughout the county to learn what hurdles they are facing while living in rural Maine.
Housing in this area is atrocious. I think when we moved here, we got the last nice place in Dexter. There are so many buildings that are sitting in disrepair.
Residing in housing that is substandard, that may be filled with mold or inadequate structures and stuff, which creates health problems.
Those attending the event addressed major concerns, such as the reduction of elementary schools as the number of students continues to decrease. Others expressed a wide disconnect due to the lack of access to broadband, while a few talked about progress for the future.
Where do you see your communities 5 years from now? What do you envision physically, spiritually? What does it look like 5 years from now?
More diverse. As you see, we're not real diverse around here either. I can see us getting more diverse, and we got to be prepared for that. And I see more jobs. I just see more opportunities for our people.
A member from the Bundle, Maine project took a moment to address the importance of community members coming together to discuss long-term resolutions.
The Maine project is something that we're really proud of, but it highlights one of the biggest assets in my mind of the region, which is the fact that people from varying workplaces, varying backgrounds, bring their expertise to the table to help address problems.
Members of the panel discussion understand that solutions will take time and community efforts to resolve, but are pleased to develop stronger relationships among each other and state leadership. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
It's about 50 degrees outside of our studio this morning. Warm and muggy. Let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin, good morning.
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland-Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, so here we are. So visibility is just kind of goofy in a few spots. So most of us may be looking good, but some patchy fog may be developing outside these observation areas. But we are noticing something near Rockland this morning, so please keep that in mind this morning. You may notice some clear areas and other areas where some patchy fog may make visibility rather low for a brief time. On top of that, though, we do have a small cloud advisory that is in effect until 11 a.m. on Thursday, so later on this morning. Courtesy of the wave heights are still rather high in a few spots, but starting to get trimmed back a little bit. As you notice, other parts of the coast not under any alerts at this point, though. But again, outside the fog, that we're seeing just a few clouds moving through this morning. So we're going to call it a partly cloudy sky today with plenty of sunshine, with low pressure further down toward the south. No, we've been watching this for a few days. It's moving to the south. High pressure is still in controls, but still some clouds are still going to make their way through today. But still no rain chances on the way for us until Saturday night or so. Starting Saturday night, that pattern will change to making things a little bit more active. And with that in mind, the wave heights right now at around 5 to 7 feet according to some of the buoys. We'll notice where there's no advisories up that the wave heights are definitely starting to fall back a little bit. And we'll start seeing more of these fall back as low pressure continues to move away from us. But otherwise, though, winds won't be too bad. Maybe a rogue gust up to 15 miles per hour, but that'll be about it for the next next several hours, though. Until about tomorrow, where the gusty once again could get up to around 15, even 20 miles per hour in a few areas. To note, these are the gusts, not the sustained winds. But again, your average high, though, is definitely supposed to be in the 60s, and we did the upper 70s yesterday, which is 14 degrees above normal. The average high being 65 degrees. We'll make a run for the lower 80s again today, with upper 70s on Friday, upper 80s on Saturday, cooling back down to the 70s Sunday into Monday, then up middle to upper 60s as we head towards Tuesday and again for your Wednesday. On top of that, though, your muggy meter is going to be showing some higher dew points coming up soon, with again some lower to middle 60s on the way as we start toward Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday, before falling back a little bit as we head towards your Tuesday. So your forecast coming out for today, 83 degrees, some morning fog, otherwise partly cloudy, with an east breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 49 degrees, becoming mostly cloudy, with that south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, 78 degrees, partly cloudy, the south wind getting up to about 5 to 15 miles per hour, higher gusts not out of the question. And your Shepherd Toyota extended forecast, we're dry through Saturday before Saturday night more rain moves in, which will continue into Sunday. Thunderstorm chances back in the forecast on Monday. Temperatures overall in the 70s and 80s.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Breathe in. Can you sense it? The feeling of becoming something greater? Here in the heart of Maine, you'll find a place that the innovators of tomorrow have called home for the last 150 years. The University of Maine. Ranked as one of the nation's top research institutions, our opportunities know no bounds. Because UMaine isn't just a destination. It's a gateway to new horizons that shape who we are. We are UMaine.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius, on Origin Story.
Yes, that's me.
A small-town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. Visionary vision.
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
And a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon, 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
We're learning more this morning about a record settlement stemming from that deadly condo building collapse on a beach in South Florida last year. Andrew Jimbert brings us the latest this morning.
This morning, just weeks before the one-year anniversary of the deadly Surfside condo collapse, victims and survivors reach a massive billion-dollar settlement.
And we all know that there's no amount of money in the world that can possibly compensate for some of the loss that we've heard about in this case.
The $997 million decision struck after a class action lawsuit argued that poor construction and maintenance of the doomed Champlain Tower South, along with the development of a new luxury tower next door, in part led to its demise. 98 people were killed, found buried beneath the debris. The owners and insurers of the building consistently denied any responsibility. Last June, as the South Florida beachfront condo was undergoing renovations as part of a 40-year safety recertification, the building caved in the middle of the night. As family members were still searching for loved ones, Michael Noriega spoke with our David Muir about his 92-year-old grandmother, Hilda, who died in the collapse.
She was just the type of person that was the epitome of almost a perfect grandmother. She just loved us very, very, very dearly.
Considering the number of plaintiffs and defendants in this class action suit, the staggering settlement was reached rather swiftly.
The result that has been achieved in this case and the speed at which it's been achieved is, in this court's view, beyond extraordinary.
According to the Miami Herald, the last major defendants to settle, including the general contractor of the neighboring luxury building, will pay the plaintiffs without admitting any negligence.
The site of the collapse will soon be up for auction. The resale value of the property was not included in the settlement, which means the deal could top $1 billion. But still to come here in the second half of our show, Husson University held their annual tree planting ceremony honoring their retirees. We'll take a look next. Plus, we caught up with a young local artist and learned a little bit about his journey. We'll have these stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
You don't stay in business as long as Rowell's Garage unless you're doing a lot of things right. Since 1946, Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft has seen many customers drive off the lot completely satisfied, and they keep coming back. Why? Things like a wide selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Incredible customer service. A repair center that does it right the first time and on time. But the biggest reason, like new quality vehicles at a pre-owned price. So save yourself the hassle and save yourself some money. Rowell's Garage, Dover Foxcroft.
It takes all types to play Family Feud, the Doghouse Daddy.
What's the least sexy thing your wife has ever worn?
Granny panties, Steve.
The Family Blabbermouth.
Grandma's sick of Grandpa falling asleep in the middle of what?
Going to the bathroom.
Herman, get up off this toilet!
See all the types on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
It's Thursday, May 12th of 2022. Devin has the forecast in just a moment, and it's a good one. Pet of the Week is also coming up this morning. Grammy and Academy Award-winning composer Burt Bacharach is 95 years old today. Rocker Billy Squier turned 72, and fictional cartoon character Homer Simpson is 66. He is holding up well. I wonder what his secret is. Actor Emilio Estevez turned 60 years old today. And for holidays, we have International Nurses Day, it's Limerick Day, and it's National Nutty Fudge Day. But here's a look at some of those upbeat stories making headlines.
Police in Boynton Beach, Florida, are asking for help identifying some good Samaritans who helped save the life of an incapacitated driver last week. A woman noticed something wrong when a car rolled through an intersection. She chased after it and flagged down some other drivers, and they managed to stop the car and help the driver. Police say they'd like to recognize them for their heroism. Some students in a Western New York high school put together a special electric car for a visually impaired classmate. The car uses sounds at different pitches to help Hilton High School senior Braden Wingrove navigate through the hallway traffic at school. Wingrove is a member of the school's robotics team who worked with him for the project. California is preparing to deploy some state-of-the-art wildfire fighting technology. The Fire Integrated Intelligence System, FIRIS for short, allows crews to see through the smoke and watch where fires are spreading. California's Office of Emergency Services says the tool will be a major help. And California's historic Hearst Castle at San Simeon reopens to the public this week just in time to catch the estate's gardens in bloom. The state park features an exhibition on one of the historic building's architects, Julia Morgan, the first woman in California to earn an architect's license. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC 7.
And here's Devin Biggs with a look at our forecast.
The Labor Department says compared to...
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland-Thomaston Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, so we do have a little bit of issues with fog in a few areas this morning. It's very patchy in a few spots, but where it has developed, like over in Rockland, where they're down to a half mile, it's definitely getting pretty foggy there, so please be careful this morning. You may notice areas that are clear, then other areas where the visibility levels will be rather low, so please keep that in mind as you do make that morning commute. That will go away as the sun rises. But a small cloud advisory remaining in effect until 11 a.m. on Thursday, courtesy of low pressure further down toward the south. You may notice some parts of the coast not under any alerts, though, because wave heights are starting to back off over there. But otherwise, so just watching a mixture of clouds this morning. A little bit of fog, but will remain partly cloudy throughout the day with a lot of sunshine once the fog burns away with low pressure. Now tracking tracking even farther down toward the south now, so this is where that area is currently at. So we're going to start watching for some more clouds moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east. And with that in mind, your hourly forecast for the rest of the daytime today, a mixture of clouds and sun. Temperatures getting very warm in the lower 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe?
Husson University employees who are retiring received a special gift Wednesday afternoon. Every year, Husson University plants spruce trees to honor the dedicated employees who have helped students grow and achieve success. 8 Husson employees with more than 10 years of service were recognized with a tree planting ceremony on the campus in Bangor. Ken Stack is an instructor who has devoted over 30 years of service to the Communications and Business School at Husson.
It's part of a larger heritage that is Husson University, of Husson's commitment to its people and its staff and faculty commitment to Husson and just moving that forward. And so it's a wonderful, actually ongoing bonding between Husson and their people. I love it.
Stack received a gift of a Husson chair following the ceremony. He says he's looking forward to relaxing once the semester is over. And today we have a story of a young artist originally from Maine who has brought his own life experiences to center stage. I got a chance to catch up with CDOT 416 and hear a little bit about his journey so far. Take a look. Born in Portland, Maine, and living in Scarborough until he was 3, Caleb Cairns' journey began with a dream in becoming a top artist. We know him better as CDOT 416. After moving to Toronto at a young age to take care of his grandmother, CDOT found a passion for music, and when he returned to the 207, he started producing a different blend.
It's all about my life. That's another thing why my fans we're so close, is because, like, I don't know, when they hear my voice, they just know that I've been through that, and maybe it's something that they've been through too.
So what is one of the biggest challenges in becoming a household name?
I guess having to prove yourself. Everybody expects you to be like some SoundCloud rapper that they don't pay attention to, but you gotta find a way to get their attention so you can show them who you are. I feel like I have made some mistakes in the past and, like, I don't know, some criminal stuff, and my fans have accepted me and in a way helped me work past them too, because I've had to own up and, pay the price.
Now CDOT 416 has a different price on his mind. One of the biggest songs he's dropped was Strange Love. Oh, it's a strange love. It was streamed 20,000 times in 24 hours, and by the end of the week, it reached over 100,000 listeners. He currently has fans in over 73 countries and has racked up 2.5 million streams on Spotify alone. But his drive and inspiration begins with his late mother, Hillary Cairns, who passed away in July of 2021 after living with melanoma for over a decade.
It ties into a lot of, like, a personal battle with myself, with my mom, and just kind of like, this is what I have to do. And I don't know, she was supposed to be there at my first show, and there was all these big things that we had planned, but she didn't make it, so I can't stop. I just gotta keep going, and it pushes me out of bed. It drives me, and it's very important to me. So it would hurt me if I stopped. Yeah.
And there's no stopping now. With 8 shows and counting booked until October, the young artist aims to branch out over New England, but he says there's still work to be done, starting with his day job.
Honestly, I still got a 9 to 5, so I'm just working. I just talk to my people while I'm working. We figure out what we're going to do.
His next concert is Sunday, May 15th at G-Force Entertainment in Bangor. He'll be alongside headliner Stunner for Vegas and hopes to see his fans along with some newcomers joining the party.
I've done a lot of shows in Maine, and I love the fans here for that and, like, supporting me and keep coming to shows. I've seen people at every single show, so it's just blows my mind.
To continue following CDOT's story, check him out on Instagram and Facebook. Reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22, I'm Joe Cortez. And with that, we have the winners for our Good Morning Maine ticket giveaway. We had a random drawing from our comments on Facebook, and the winners for 2 tickets to Stunner for Vegas. The show is this Sunday at G-Force Entertainment. They are Cecil Wilson and Karuk, congratulations to you too. Now for the big prize, which includes 2 tickets and a meet and greet. The winner is Colette Simmons. Thank you all for participating in the contest. We'll reach out to you shortly after the show to coordinate when and where you can pick up your tickets. But still to come here this morning, Dave Peck will join us for sports as Maine baseball clinched the top overall seed for the American East playoffs. We'll talk to seniors on what this season meant for them. We'll be right back.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Back again, bigger and better. Witness the thunder of the Monster Truck Nitro Tour. Presented by Pete's Landscape Supply, Beaumark Bangor, and Hollywood Casino Bangor. Monster Trucks Plus, the intergalactic duel of Galactron versus Reptar. Advanced discount tickets are available online at monstertrucktour.com or get them at the gate. Subject to service fees. Kids get a free tour toy while supplies last at the Saturday Matinee Show. The Monster Truck Nitro Tour. This Friday night and 2 shows Saturday. Cross Insurance Center in Bangor.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel, or Newport.
Yes. 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 I'll have what she's having. And you can too. Get ready for the good dish. Delicious twists on your favorite comfort foods. Decadent desserts you can whip up in no time. And game-changing shortcuts. What's for dinner is about to get way easier. And way more fun than doing the dishes. So get ready to get dishing.
Weekdays at 1 on Fox 22.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
The Breakers clash with the Generals. Touchdown. And the Maulers battle the Gamblers. All the way to the house. The USFL, Saturday and Sunday on Fox.
Good morning, everyone. Well, what a time for Boston sports. Celtics and Bruins trading off nights, both series back and forth. And on Wednesday, it was the C's turn to take a lead over the Bucks. To the highlight here, C's led by double digits, but we'll start in the fourth. Tatum knocks down the jumper here. Under 2 minutes to play. Giannis off the rebound. Second chance three-pointer is good. That makes it a 3-point game. And then next possession, Bobby Portis Jr. would answer with basically the same assist right there as he goes over to Drew Holiday. Tie game at 105. C's with a chance under 10 to play. Marcus Smart takes the ball. It's out of bounds on the Celtics. So they get one last chance. Desperation after Giannis misses a free throw. It's a turnover. And just like that, the Bucks take a 3-2 series lead. 110-107 is your final. A tough pill to swallow for the Celtics. They're back at it on Friday, back in Milwaukee. All right, let's go to some baseball now that you have a chance to cool off a little bit. Recently, Maine clinched the top overall seed for the American East playoffs, and this weekend they'll celebrate the senior class that helped reestablish a winning culture in Orono. Tyler Cruz has the story.
This weekend, it's time for Maine baseball to say farewell.
I'm always sad to see everyone leave.
The Black Bears are honoring 12 seniors, including graduate students, before Saturday afternoon's game with Albany.
I think that's something that's really stuck with me, and one thing that I'll look back on and be the proudest about is being able to create something like we have here today.
For a couple Black Bears, they've spent the past 5+ years in Orono and have been a huge part in building what's now a winning program.
What we see right now as the product is a result of them, not of anybody else. So I think that's the best way for me to say it.
Yeah, I mean, my time here has been great. I mean, we struggled a lot at the beginning, but I think the biggest thing to me is like changing the culture here and giving these guys something that they can carry on for a long time now.
And they did that by being winners in everything they do.
Every single moment of their life is conducted like an adult. Right? You know, they truly show up. They take care of their schoolwork. They're very nice people. They come from fantastic families. They expect a high degree of excellence.
Now, a couple years ago, they started out not so hot.
We've been through, together have gone through a couple of really bad seasons.
Yeah, we definitely were not good at all with those first couple of years.
But they grew together and turned Maine baseball into a championship caliber program.
Losing's the worst thing ever, and it's really bad when you get used to losing. I think those first couple of years we got used to losing, and that's something that you don't want. I mean, this year when we've lost, it's hurt.
And when soaking in all of those memories from the past years, it might get a little emotional out there this weekend.
I got a lot of family coming up, so it's going to be hard for me. I mean, just thinking about it now, it's crazy to think about my time. This place is special. It's a lot of fun. It's tough for me to look back on it now, so this weekend's going to be tough.
Reporting from Orono, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. Great job on that story. Blackberry still a couple of series also away from the conference playoffs. Husson softball, though, they've already done that. NAC champions for the 4th straight season, and it's no surprise that the postseason accolades poured in for the Eagles. Sophomore Kenzie Dorr was named NAC Player of the Year after hitting .411 with 6 doubles, 7 triples, and 4 home runs. And joining her with an equally impressive honor was junior transfer McKenna Smith, as she was named NAC Pitcher of the Year after a dominant season inside the circle. The Old Town grad led the entire conference with a .70 ERA, good for top 5 in the entire nation. And in total, the Eagles had 7 players named to the East Division first or second team, including Kate Windsor, Whitney Best, Katie Raymond, and Megan Goslin. So congratulations to all of them. And they're not done yet. They have the NCAAs at Amherst this coming Friday. To the high school circuit we go for now, though. Ellsworth has dominated the field so far this season, a perfect 7-0. But could the Witches spoil their fun at Mansfield Stadium? Brewer hosting Ellsworth. Perfect night for baseball here. Bottom of the first, trouble for the Eagles. Already down 2-0. Ethan Norwood, soft liner, just drops into shallow center field. 1 earned run scores, but the Eagles throw it away, and 2 more come around to make it 5-0 Witches in the first. And then on the hill, Grady Venetestein here had it going pretty much all night long, gets the strikeout to end the third. He picks up the complete game win as Brewer knocks off Ellsworth. 5-3 was the final. And if you thought the Celtics game was tough, well, the Bruins weren't much better on Tuesday. At least, let's be frank. They didn't look good in Game 5. You can use the excuse of away ice if you want to, but if they want to move on to the next round, they have to figure that out, so I'm personally tired of that. For now, it's do or die time back in Boston, and for the first time in his entire career, Jeremy Swayman will be in net for an elimination game. Head coach Bruce Cassidy said Swayman didn't look his best in his previous game. He's seen some flashes, and that's what they'll need again to stay alive in the series.
What it comes down to me is a little bit of what's happened is I'll go to Game 3. Big saves early on D'Angelo and a breakaway and Martinuk. Gives us a little bit of, hey, let's find our game. Even though they scored first, I thought, those are important, timely saves. Last night we didn't get it.
All right, so the Bees are back in action on Thursday night. Part of that sports. We'll be right back after the break.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, free delivery within striking distance of their 21 locations statewide. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Don't get stuck with internet and TV that costs more and does less. Set yourself free with Spectrum and get it all from one provider. Get Spectrum Internet with enough speed for all your devices all at once with speeds of 200 megabits.
Whoa, that's fast.
Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep you safe online. Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. And don't get stuck with the same old TV. Multiply your screens. Spectrum TV with a free Spectrum TV app lets you watch here, there, and everywhere. Stream live TV, sports, news, and more on any device. Plus, access up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Get Spectrum TV from $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. Don't get stuck paying more for less. Pick and choose the services you need. Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-605-4999.
On the next Last Man Standing.
Why even have an Employee of the Month parking spot if the Employee of the Month, me, doesn't get to park in it?
An interoffice intervention.
Kyle Anderson. Human Resources.
You guys are in trouble. Puts Kyle's management skills to the test.
Watch it, son. I don't like your tone.
I don't like my tone either.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22. The Pet of the Week is brought to you by G-Force Entertainment in the Bangor Mall.
Welcome back into our favorite segment of the week, Pet of the Week, that is, and we are joined by Catherine Ravenscraft from the Bangor Humane Society. How are you, Catherine?
Good morning. Very well, thank you.
Thank you. And who is this lovable girl we have here?
I think she might be your lovable girl.
I
She
know.
is snuggled
She
right up
loves
with
it.
you.
Got to be comfortable on TV.
Yes.
It's a nervous thing, I know.
It is. You don't want to say the wrong thing. You're doing good. So this is Sunday. Sunday is a 8.5, 9-year-old retriever mix. She actually came to us from Georgia a couple of weeks ago, and she came into the rescue down in Georgia as a stray, and no one came to claim her.
Aww.
And I know I was saying to you earlier that these types of stories always make me sad because I feel in my bones that somebody's got to still be looking for this girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's such a sweet girl. She's house trained. She's calm. She clearly was loved by someone.
Oh, I know. She's so gentle too, and she
Yeah.
just, hasn't even made a sound yet. Hasn't whined too much, but she has just she's been great ever since she showed up. And like you said, though, she definitely had a support system around her because she's not crazy amount of energy, a little older of a dog, but she is lovable, and she just wants to She just wants to snuggle.
She does, and explore. She also wants to explore. So that is great for a dog moving to Maine, because so many people in Maine love to be outdoors and doing their own exploring. And I think she's going to be really great for that kind of an active lifestyle. And even though she is 8.5 or 9, when I opened the car, she jumped right in. She didn't need any help at all. She had her head hanging out the window. I'll tell you, Thursdays, especially when I have dogs, are one of my favorite days, because when their heads hang out the window and just driving past, watching people smile, it's just so wonderful. But yeah, she's got plenty of health, plenty of life left. You may be able to see that she's got a little bit of a scar there above her right ear. Her fur's been shaved down a little bit. She had a sebaceous epithelioma. I had to practice that.
That one would be very tough to pronunciate.
Yeah, and I still don't know exactly what it is, but I know that it was a mild malignancy. It was removed, and the margins are clear. So she's still healthy. She does need some dental care, some pretty consistent dental care.
Okay.
I guess she did have a mouth infection, and so she was treated for that. And they're just suggesting, obviously, always a vet relationship, especially with an older dog, but she's probably going to need cleanings every 6 to 12 months just to make sure that her oral health stays good.
Okay.
Which will help her be healthier and happier in the long run overall.
Keep that smile bright. We'll find you a home in no time. How does she do with kids or other animals? Have you tested that out?
Yeah, so there is the suggestion that she be the only dog in the home for a while. She's pretty chill, but if you have any other dogs, then that probably isn't going to be the right fit for her at the moment. Cats, we don't know. Again, that's the thing with strays. We don't know a lot about them. But as you can see, she's pretty calm and slow and gentle introduction. So kids, the same, but she's gonna be a great family dog. She hasn't tried to jump up on the furniture. Watch, I say that, and she'll probably jump on the couch.
Right for it.
Yeah. I think she is just looking to be part of somebody's family. So yeah, kids I think will probably be fine. As always, everyone in your family needs to come and meet a dog. If you are interested in an animal at the Humane Society, you need to fill out an application, and then everybody that's going to live in the house needs to come and meet with the animal. So, but I can't imagine there's anyone that she is not going to vibe with.
I know, she is great. She came right in here, and I could tell right away she was calm, she was relaxed, and just a lovable little puppy. Catherine, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We always love our Pet of the Week segment. We will find you a home. I promise we'll find something. And I can tell you're already you're shedding just a little bit.
It's going to be hot today. You know, she's getting ready.
She's getting ready for those warm temperatures coming in. So on that note, let's throw things over to Devin Biggs with another look at our forecast.
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience a Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, so here we are. So visibility is just kind of goofy in a few spots. So most of us may be looking good, but some patchy fog may be developing outside these observation areas. But we are noticing something near Rockland this morning, so please keep that in mind this morning. You may notice some clear areas in other areas where some patchy fog may make visibility rather low for a brief time. On top of that, though, we do have a small crowd advisory that is in effect until 11 a.m. on Thursday, so later on this morning. Courtesy of the wave heights are still rather high in a few spots, but starting to get trimmed back a little bit. As you notice, other parts of the coast not under any alerts at this point, though. But again, outside the fog, that we're seeing just a few clouds moving through this morning. So we're going to call it a partly cloudy sky today with plenty of sunshine, with low pressure further down toward the south. No, we've been watching this for a few days. It's moving to the south. High pressure is still in controls, but still some clouds are still going to make their way through today. But still no rain chances on the way for us until Saturday night or so. Starting Saturday night, that pattern will change to making things a little bit more active. And with that in mind, the wave heights right now at around 5 to 7 feet according to some of the buoys. We'll notice where there's no advisories up that the wave heights are definitely starting to fall back a little bit. And we'll start seeing more of these fall back as low pressure continues to move away from us. But otherwise, though, winds won't be too bad. Maybe a rogue gust up to 15 miles per hour, but that'll be about it for the next several hours, though. Until about tomorrow, where the gusty winds again could get up to around 15, even 20 miles per hour in a few areas. To note, these are the gusts, not the sustained winds. But again, your average high, though, is definitely supposed to be in the 60s. And we did the upper 70s yesterday, which is 14 degrees above normal. The average high being 65 degrees. We'll make a run for the lower 80s again today, with upper 70s on Friday, upper 80s on Saturday, cooling back down to the 70s Sunday into Monday, then up middle to upper 60s as we head towards Tuesday and again for your Wednesday. On top of that, though, your muggy meter is going to be showing some higher dew points coming up soon, with again some lower to middle 60s on the way as we start toward Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday, before falling back a little bit as we head towards your Tuesday. So your forecast coming out for today, 83 degrees, some morning fog, otherwise partly cloudy, with an east breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 49 degrees, becoming mostly cloudy, with that south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, 78 degrees, partly cloudy, the south wind getting up to about 5 to 15 miles per hour, higher gusts not out of the question. In your Shepherd Toyota extended forecast, we're dry through Saturday before Saturday night more rain moves in, which will continue into Sunday. Thunderstorm chances back in the forecast on Monday. Temperatures overall in the 70s and 80s.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50. So it helps to have a wise friend and fierce defender like AARP to help you take control of your health along the way.
What's in it?
I don't know, but it's green.
Green's good.
Whether it's your wellness.
What are you in for?
Cholesterol check.
Cool.
Your brain health.
Yeah. Yes.
Or your endurance. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
After my accident,
I needed help.
I was looking for information online.
Then I found it.
JoeBornstein.com.
Get help now at JoeBornstein.com. From your smartphone or desktop, here in Maine, the law offices of Joe Bornstein is as close as your fingertips.
The consultation was free and confidential.
In person or online. The firm with the track record of results.
If you've been injured in an accident, call Joe. The law offices of Joe Bornstein. Right now.
Have the day time of your life.
Is it true that there is going to be a Dirty Dancing sequel?
Yes.
Next through, Jennifer Grey.
I was engaged to Matthew Broderick and Johnny Depp in this same.
Plus, the flight attendant Sasha Mamet teaches gift wrap.
That's the best one I've ever done.
Next on the Emmy-nominated Drew Barrymore Show.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Thursday at 3 on Fox 22.
Today, we're making a dessert that's believed to have originated in Indiana back in the mid-1800s. Story has it that this pie was born out of necessity when apples were scarce, yet the basic ingredients of this pie were still plentiful. And judging by the popularity of the sugar cream pie, it proves that good taste never goes out of style. To make it, all we do is combine some flour, brown and white sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and a bit of salt. Once that's mixed, we add in some heavy cream, half and half, and a splash of vanilla. Now, we mix this well and pour it into a pie crust. I actually like to set my pie plate on a baking sheet just in case it sloshes over the sides when I carry it to the oven. You know, this pie is often confused with a custard pie, but let me tell you, they're not the same thing. Because a true custard pie has eggs in it, and this doesn't. After this comes out of the oven, we finish it with some cinnamon sugar before letting it cool. Then get ready for a super creamy, super rich pie that has stood the test of time. I hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our sugar cream pie, or as some call it, Hoosier pie. And when it's this good, it really doesn't matter what you call it. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a old world way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
And for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's Jason Nathanson.
Drop it. Drop it. Barry, drop it.
We're going back to the stand-up stage today with a new season of the Emmy-winning comedy Hacks, which is leaving Las Vegas and hitting the road. Jean Smart stars as veteran comedian Deborah Vance, and she says after the success of season 1, she did feel pressure to deliver with season 2.
It's like, oh, now you got to prove yourself. Yeah. Oh, you think you're funny? Yeah, prove it. So I was thrilled with the scripts.
2 episodes of season 2 of Hacks are out today on HBO Max. A true-life art heist is at the center of the new film The Duke, starring Helen Mirren and Jim Broadbent as a couple at odds, dealing with stress in very different ways. Mirren's character cleans aggressively, a trait she tells me she kind of shares.
I had a very close relationship with my Dyson vacuum cleaner during COVID. I posted that it had become my best friend. I absolutely loved it. And laundry. I love doing laundry. I genuinely love doing laundry.
The Duke is in theaters now. Here's a tour for the 90s kids, the Smashing Pumpkins teaming up with Jane's Addiction for the Spirits on Fire tour, launching in October. And Oscar-winning Bohemian Rhapsody star Rami Malek with a birthday today. He's 41, while actress Kim Fields is 53. And that's what's happening in Hollywood.
Disney says hi to millions of new subscribers while Netflix deals with subscription losses. Disney says it added nearly 8 million subscribers during the first 3 months of the year. That pushes its customer count to 87.6 million worldwide. Meanwhile, Netflix reported a loss for the first time in 10 years. And that just about does it for the final hour here on Good Morning Maine. Thank you for watching. I'm Joe Cortez. Enjoy 25 Words or Less. That's coming up next on Fox 22. If you missed anything, check out our website, foxbangor.com, for all the latest in local news. We'll be back here at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll see you soon.
This is a potter's field.